Hey everybody, this is Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. It's Sunday night at almost 10 o'clock. I was running to Target to go pick up some things I'd ordered over the weekend. I'm sure we have all been kind of keeping an eye on the news. And as I was going through and seeing what can only be described, devastation is the wrong word, but I think we all know the panic. I think we all saw it as we were out and about this weekend. So I figured I would just bring you guys along a quick little tour of what Target at 10 o'clock after the coronavirus panic looks like in Oregon. All right, so we're starting in the foods. So this is the bread aisle. Not a whole lot left. I mean, there is some stuff left, but it is very clear that this is not standard weekend shopping for lunches. There were a lot of people that were trying to stock up and clear out in case they weren't able to get out of their houses during the coming week. All right, let's go see what the other aisles look like around here. Most of those look good. Baking supplies. So one of the things that I've seen at a couple other stores is spaghetti sauce really ran out. Here, Target, actually there's quite a bit of that left. The noodles, however, have seen better days. And one of the consistent themes that I've also seen is vinegar. So all the salad vinegars, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar are virtually gone everywhere as an alternative to bleach and disinfectant. So I've seen that a lot of different places. Costco was basically gone. Bleach was gone really early, but vinegar was also gone. Let's cruise down some of the other aisles. Cereal looks pretty good. Still a lot of that. Would anyone like a beverage? A lot of people apparently did. So Gatorades, all the drinks. You can see at the end, bottled water took a huge hit. I was talking to one of the customer service people and they said all 7 bottles that are left over. I was talking to one of the customer service people and she mentioned that during the holidays, Black Friday and stuff, they can usually prepare for things like this. But obviously this was a surprise. So they were woefully understaffed as well as woefully unprepared in the inventory. So here's kind of canned fruits and things you take to your kids' school, but also might stock away for an emergency bag. Protein bars. Again, pretty well picked through. There's still some on the shelves, so it looks like there's a lot, but actually if you look at the back of these shelves, there's not a lot of back stock. So what normally would be a full shelf, maybe there's a box or 2, but not a whole lot. Not anything that really could be kind of preserved and saved. Took a pretty big hit everywhere, it looks like. Lots of empty dividers and shelves going through. Let's see what else we can find over here. So soda, amazingly enough, people were going for bottled water. They weren't really going for soda. Let's go check over in the medicines and medication. Oh, here's an Endcap. It was on sale and apparently everybody wanted it. Also, apparently, hey, if you're getting ready for the coronavirus, you might as well have a nice glass of wine while you're doing it. I mean, this is Oregon after all. So wine is kind of one of our things. All right, we'll go cruise down to the medications. This was kind of another interesting spot I saw as I was walking by. So we'll go check it out. Actually, hold on. Side trip down the dairy aisle. Not a whole lot of cheese. Obviously people were stocking up for their weekly grocery shopping, but this is extreme even for that. Meats and things. Milk There is some on the shelf. This is better than some of the other stores I've been to tonight. I've been to a couple of other Targets and Safeways, but definitely things are looking slim. But not horrible, actually. There's still, what I found is a lot of the grocery stores still had food on the shelves. There wasn't a huge run on that, but the things there was a run on, holy cow. So garbage bags, obviously the bigger ones, people were trying to get on those. Target also had some sales going on this weekend. So those corresponded to a lot of the things that you would have normally got in this sort of a situation. Painkillers. This is one that I've seen at several stores over the weekend. People just stocking up on any sort of pain reliever, fever reducers, just absolutely kind of clearing out the shelves. And as we get down here, you'll see children's, all the decongestants, all of the Mucinexes, Benadryl, all kinds of stuff, alcohol. So this little area down here, that's rubbing alcohol and antiseptics. Anything that would kill germs is running out. But then also, that was the children's medication. So for all the parents that decided that they wanted to get stuff for themselves, they also came and absolutely cleared out the children's medication. So all kinds of sinus stuff is missing. It's kind of interesting. That's the heartburn medication. I wonder how many people were a little experiencing some sort of a discomfort over the weekend with the added stress of what was going on. Here is all the cold medicine. So for everybody who wanted coughs and cough drops and just general cold medication, because nobody knows exactly how the symptoms might hit them. So that's been picked over pretty well. That's another theme that I've seen this weekend, is just general cold medications are taking a hit. Let's go look at the space formerly known as hand sanitizer. So this is, I think we all have known and been aware of it, but things like hand soap and hand sanitizer are out literally everywhere. So I could tell it really easily because it's the missing half aisle of Target. So here you go. This is what used to be known as Purell and hand sanitizer, and it is all gone. The travel samples are gone. There's still hand soap, which is good. From the news that's come out, washing your hands is obviously the most important thing, but everything is gone in the sanitation thing. In the sanitation department, I would say. Over here is the travel section. So this is the spot where you would see the little Purells that you would take on trips and things. That's totally gone. Everybody was stocking up on paper towels. Again, Target happened to be having a household essentials sale, so I think people that may have gotten a little bit for the rush probably got a little bit extra, but pretty well picked over. This was the same story at Costco and at Fred Meyer this weekend. Since it's a respiratory thing, you can see that there's a huge run on Kleenexes. So this is one of those interesting things where I was watching a couple of TED Talks this weekend about recency bias, and a lot of people don't prepare for big emergencies like earthquakes and stuff because they don't remember what it was like when that happened, and so they don't feel like they need to. So this is a really good reminder of what it looks like when an unexpected thing happens. And here's Bleach. Now, this is also the fabric bleach. So Target doesn't sell the disinfecting bleach. They only sell the laundry bleach, which I ordered by accident. So I kind of wonder how many people were looking for bleach and bought the wrong bleach. We're in the boat that I was, where I had to come back and return some. Luckily, I was able to find some online, and I already had some at home. Costco was sold out. There was a story of a guy who bought an entire pallet of bleach at the local Costco on Friday. So there was no bleach to be had at Costco. There was barely any vinegar to be had either. But so that's bleach. But it's a good reminder, as I was saying, that, you know, in this case, there's still food on the shelves. There's still utilities are working. We still have running water. We still have power. We still have natural gas. So, you know, our lives are still moving on. But it's a good reminder of what could happen if a situation like this were to happen, and we were to lose all of our utilities, or we were to have a food shortage as a result. People are speculating right now on what sort of a food shortage we might have. This is cleaners with bleach in them. So anyone who's trying to disinfect their house, there's actually a few bottles still left, but this is pretty much the story all around town of people trying to get this. So again, it's just a reminder that the reason to prepare is for, in case something happens unexpectedly, like this, where nobody necessarily saw it coming like it was. And as soon as the first cases showed up in the US, it kind of went to a whole nother gear, especially in Oregon, where I live. We had one case, and now we have 2 cases in the last 48 hours. And so everybody that has not prepared is panicked and running out. And I would argue that the people who were prepared, or maybe who were prepared for some things, are realizing where they were a little short, or maybe where they would like to be even more prepared, and running out and trying to play catch up. If you're on a bunch of preparedness groups on Facebook and things, you're seeing the updates kind of almost in real time, because it seems like my feed is just constantly updates of what's going on. So you're kind of getting the dire nature of everything as it's happening. And so we're trying to kind of outthink the public of where to go to get supplies and what supplies we might need to get. And I think because we're aware of it, there's a little more added stress of we need to actually do a better job. We need to get everything. And I think it just kind of adds to it. So anyway, this is what's left of Target at 10 o'clock, the weekend that coronavirus hit the Northwest. And just a really, really good reminder that, we talk about the preparedness journey. This is a really good example of being prepared, not scared. But the first part in that is being prepared, making sure you've got stuff, making sure you have food and water, making sure that you have the basics, and you can outlast something like this. So anyway, I'm going to go buy the remaining cough drops that I was able to find, and call it a night. Hopefully you guys are all doing well, and checking your list, checking your supplies, watching the news, preparing, not panicking. And we'll talk to you guys again later on. Thanks a lot.